Trust the Profits. It's a formula here, back again after taking a little bit of time off of doing some of the weekly videos. Obviously, getting into Assiniboia right now, which is exciting, and having the lounge there. But doing these weekly videos where I'm breaking down some big races. Yeah, taking a little bit of time off after the Triple Crown. But hey, looking at the Stephen Foster, I was getting excited about the lineup here. 7 horses entered in. We'll talk about that in a second. Happening this Saturday at Churchill Downs, a Saturday coming up. Um, yeah, it's going to be an exciting one. So let's take a look. In the past, who has won this last year? Kingsbarns won it, 148.90. A little bit of a slower race there for Kingsbarns winning it. West Willpower, Olympiad. Yeah, some of the better winners out of this here. Tom's Day Tots with a 147.30, looking like a pretty strong performance there. Yeah, you get some big winners out of this here. Moving on, seeing what we got coming up here. June 28th, 2025. We're closing out June here. Sad to see summer is already starting to dwindle away fast, but let's hold on to it for a little while. It is a G1. The purse size is now
$1 million.
Indeed. Just recently, a few years back, it was 500,000. So this purse size has been climbing up. 9 horses entered in for a 9-furlong race on dirt. Horses you are familiar with. Let's get through them, shall we? Including First Mission. 6 wins in 12 races. Last time out was a winner at the Oaklawn Handicap. 1 2 lengths off the pace early on, closing for a 2-length win over Banishing in that race. Before that, ran into a little bit of trouble previous to that. Starting to think First Mission was a little off kilter, maybe third at the Razorback Handicap, a G2. I mean, yeah, he was 2 lengths off the pace, 2 to 4 lengths off the pace, closed. And all the horses were within about a neck of each other at that finish line. The top 3 horses, I mean. Alexander Helios winning that by a head, Banishing by a neck. First Mission was right there as well. So that's one of those races could have gone a couple different ways, obviously. 7th at the Whitney, 2 lengths off the pace early on, and then not showing that characteristic punch he has down the stretch. Really did fade back weekend. I think he finished like 7 to 9 lengths off the win in that one, which, like I said, very uncharacteristic for him. And then a year ago, he was at the Stephen Foster Stakes. This one here took the pace early on in that one, got pressure from Skippy Longstocking and fell back to 4th, losing by 3 lengths in that one to Kingsbarns. He's a pace pusher, usually 2 lengths off, maybe a little bit more. Brad Cox, Florent Giroux, and Street Sense. Next up, we have Mindframe. Todd Pletcher's big entry this year. 4 wins in 6 races, twice in second place. So yeah, you got to think Mindframe is going to be there, right? he's been there every other time. Winner of the 7-furlong Churchill Downs Stakes, G1, sitting 2 to 4 lengths off the pace. Again, a pace setter slash pace pressure horse, more of a pace pressure horse. Sorry. Closing to beat a slew of horses by a neck, including Banishing, Nisos, and Bookham Dano. This is another race that could have gone a couple of different ways, depending on who got their nose out there a little bit further. But in this case, it was Mindframe. Winner of the Gulfstream Park Mile, sitting 2 lengths off the pace in that one. The pace set by Encino, taking over at the 3/4 mile mark. Finishing to win by 1 1/4 lengths over Steel Sunshine in that one. Actually had a longer lead. Steel Sunshine was able to get a little bit more on him there. Also ran the Haskell, second place in the Haskell. 2 lengths off the pace early, similar to how First Mission runs. Set by Dornock, challenging, took over with Dornock, really battled him back and forth, but Dornock had the last laugh, rallying for a 1 1/4 length win there. Mindframe was also in the Belmont Stakes, sitting 1 to 2 lengths off the pace, set by Seize the Gray, closing at the end there, but losing to Dornock by half a length in that one. Todd Pletcher, Irad Ortiz, and Constitution. Skippy Longstocking, 11 wins in 33 races. Easily the most racehorse in this race here, the Saffie Joseph Jr. horse that we've all gotten to know. First in the Hollywood Gold Cup, a G2, sitting 2 lengths off the pace in that one, set by Paxa Wallop. Took over at the top of the stretch for a three-quarter length win over Midnight Mammoth. Third at the Pegasus World Cup, Gulfstream at home, sitting 4 to 5 lengths off the pace set by Saudi Crown, but finishing 6 lengths back of White Abarrio, half a length back of, or quarter length back of Locked, and finishing third there. Ran in Stephen Foster last year, battling First Mission, another horse that's in this race for first early in the race, fading, but holding on and re-rallying for 2 length for third, 2 lengths behind Kings Barnes in that one. Bit of a pace setter early on, and now seems to be converted to more of like a raider, a horse that sits 2 to 3 lengths off the pace. Yeah, Skippy Longstocking, horse that's been winning G2s, G3s, a lot of G3s. I think has yet to win a G1, so this would definitely be a first for Skippy if he did. Sierra Leone, Sierra Leone indeed. 10 races, 4 wins, 3 seconds, 3 thirds. That pretty much covers it right there. Third place in the New Orleans Classic in a very small field with a number of horses that we all thought were much less than Sierra Leone. But again, small horse field. This is a deep closer here, Sierra Leone. And it didn't work out for him on that day. The pace was not hot enough. It was set by Touch Upon a Star. Sierra Leone sat 4 lengths off the pace, which is much closer than he's used to setting. But he also ended up there at the end. Touch Upon a Star was able to go gate to wire on this one, and Sierra Leone finished in third. Before that, winner of the Breeders' Cup Classic. So from winning the Breeders' Cup Classic to getting third in the New Orleans Classic, a G2. But yeah, started 10 lengths off the pace, and that one closing for a 1.5 length win over Fierceness. Before that, third in the Travers, starting 3 to 4 lengths behind, moving up at the end, still 1 3/4 lengths off of Fierceness. And that one, those two have been battling for a while. Second place at the Jim Dandy, closing from the back and losing to Fierceness by 1 length. And also got third at the Belmont Stakes, race we talked about before, starting in 9th and losing to Dornock by 1 length. Obviously second at the Kentucky Derby to a horse that we like to call Mystic Dan. Speaking of which, Mystic Dan, 4 wins in 13 races. Last out winner of the Blame Stakes. Mystic Dan, catching a lot of flack for not winning enough since winning the Derby. Eventually got it together and won the Blame Stakes. 2 lengths off the pace, and that one set by Alexander Helios. Open up over the stretch and winning by 1+ lengths over Antiquarian there. I got caught up on some words that I was unsure why I put them there. Second by a nose to Saudi Crown in the Lake Wichita. Oh boy, someone's going to kill me on that one. Saudi Crown went gate to wire in that one. Mystic Dan was challenging most of the way, but ended up losing, coming in second place there. That was the race that I would say Mystic Dan was back. Saudi Crown was very difficult to beat that day, and really those two horses set themselves apart from the rest of the pack. They looked like they were in another league. Before that, some reasons why people were giving flack to Mystic Dan. 9th at the Pegasus, starting off in third place, 1 length off the pace in a spot where it looked like he should have been, but then fading back 20 lengths behind White Abarrio in that one. I would say Mystic Dan looks like he's back. Does that mean he's going to win this race? Like I said, it's chock full of competition here. It's a really good race. He was the winner of the Kentucky Derby by a nose, neck, hair over Sierra Leone. Is he going to be able to repeat that performance? Hit show. 9 wins in 18 races is an exceptional record here. And then 2 more in the money races as well. Last out first at the Dubai World Cup in April, starting out in the back, but closed for a 1 length victory, about a 1 length victory, I believe, over Mixto. Very exciting race at the end there. Hit show. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to pull it off, and then digs deep to find it. Third at the 10 furlong Santa Anita Handicap, a G1, starting out in the back, 5 lengths behind in that one. Moved up and closed to third, but still 12 lengths off of Locked in that one. He was first at the Louisiana Stakes, starting out in the back, closing for a 1.5 length over Comarobino Omiide. Oh gosh, Kill me on that one. Kill me on that one. Yeah. He's a closer that you want to never count out. He does come from behind, obviously. Usually sits 4 lengths, 5 lengths off the pace, depending on the race. Yeah, Brad Cox, Candy Ride, Florent Giroux. What you got next here? Ashcroft. 2 wins in 12 races. Last time out, 6 at the Knicks Go Overnight Stakes at Churchill Downs, starting 4 lengths off the pace in that one, advancing to 6, but still 11 lengths back of Liberal Arts. 5th at the Commonwealth Stakes, a G3 at Keeneland, starting out in 8th place there, 8 lengths. Back the pace set by Montesino and advanced up to 5th. Advanced up to 5th place, 7 lengths back of the winner, Extra Anejo. He's a closer. In big races, never seems to get up into the money from what we've seen so far. He's only raced in a couple of stakes races. And obviously, you got to make this mention. Dwayne Lucas, unfortunately, the coach has stepped away from racing, definitely dealing with some significant health issues. So we wonder what's going to happen with this horse here, and obviously our hearts are really with coach right now, as he is in dealing with some significant health issues, as I mentioned earlier. So, yeah, Ashcroft would be amazing if he was able to pull this one off, purely for those reasons mentioned. So we're at the wrap up phase here. Who do I like coming off that win, the Saudi Cup? Hit Show. It is tough to pick a winner out of this. I could have gone a couple different ways. I've got him as my safe pick. It's hard to tell where the odds are going to go here. Maybe I'm thinking Mindframe is probably going to be opening up as the morning line favorite. I like Hit Show because I think he's done more at the distance. He's done more at distance, right? So we've seen Mindframe, obviously, he was in the Belmont Stakes and the Haskell, but then he's run like a mile here and 7 furlongs there. So he's dropped back in distance a little bit, which is why I gave a little bit of a nod to Hit Show there. But where are you going to put Sierra Leone too? I mean, you got Hit Show, Mindframe, Sierra Leone, Mystic Dan. I'm curious to see what the odds makers do with these 4 horses. I don't think Mystic Dan is going to be super high, even though he's coming off a win and he was a Kentucky Derby winner. But Sierra Leone might get a little bit better than him based on some of the speed in this race. Yeah, I don't know. I think Sierra Leone has a better chance in this than he did in the New Orleans handicap New Orleans Stakes. So I've got him as my value play. If I'm going to key, I'm keen on Hit Show here as the closer. Got Mindframe up there, Sierra Leone and Mystic Dan. Yeah, very, very interesting race here. Obviously, Skippy Longstocking could be one of those pace setters here. First Mission's probably going to be close to the pace. So yeah, we're going to see what happens. It's going to be an exciting race. This is how I see it breaking down, at least early on. Gonna have to dig deeper into this, especially once we get the PPs and we can put it into the data model and see what happens. But that's what I got for right now. I'm early on. I am digging Hit Show here. That's what I got. What do you guys got? You excited for the race? I hope so. Good to be back and broadcasting, and we will talk to you guys soon.